Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we will be talking about one of the most iconic figures in American literature, Samuel Langham Clemens, also known as Mark Twain. Samuel Clemens was born in Missouri in 1835. He was the sixth child of John Marshall Clemens and Jane Lampton Clemens. Sadly, he lost his father at a young age and was raised by his mother, who instilled in him a love for reading and storytelling. Clemens started his career as a printer's apprentice and worked for several newspapers. In 1865, he wrote a short story called The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County, which was published in the New York Saturday Press and became an instant hit. This marked the beginning of his successful career as a writer. Samuel Clemens adopted the pen name Mark Twain early on in his career. The name Mark Twain comes from a term used on the Mississippi River in the 19th century by riverboat pilots to indicate that the water was at a safe depth for navigation. As a young man, Clemens worked as a riverboat pilot on the Mississippi River, and he was fascinated by the language and the culture of the riverboat pilots. The term Mark Twain was used to indicate the water was 2 fathoms deep or 12 feet, which was considered safe for the steamboats to navigate. Clemens first used the pen name Mark Twain in 1863 when he began writing for the Territorial Enterprise, a newspaper in Virginia City, Nevada. He continued to use the name throughout his career as a writer, and it became synonymous with his witty and irreverent writing style. Over time, the name Mark Twain became a household name and is now considered one of the most iconic pen names in American literature. It is a testament to Clemens' love of the Mississippi River and his fascination with the language and culture of the riverboat pilots that he chose this name as his pen name, and it has become an enduring part of his legacy as a writer. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn are considered classics of American literature for several reasons. They capture the essence of American life and culture in the 19th century. Mark Twain's vivid and humorous descriptions of life along the Mississippi River, the small towns, and the frontier of the American West provide readers with a window into a world that no longer exists. Through the eyes of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, we see the innocence and adventure of childhood, the complexities of race and class, and the moral struggles of young boys growing up in a society undergoing significant changes. Mark Twain's writing style is both engaging and influential. He developed a unique and witty narrative voice that blended humor, satire, and social commentary. His use of regional dialects and colloquial language made his characters come alive, and his ability to capture the nuances of human behavior and social interactions made his works accessible to readers of all ages and backgrounds. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn are regarded as groundbreaking works of fiction because of their portrayal of childhood and adolescence. They challenged the prevailing literary conventions of their time, which tended to focus on adult characters and themes. By writing from the perspective of young protagonists, Mark Twain introduced a new perspective on American life and society and inspired generations of writers who followed in his footsteps. Finally, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is often considered to be Mark Twain's masterpiece because of his exploration of race and identity. Through Huck's journey down the Mississippi River with Jim, an escaped slave, Mark Twain exposes the hypocrisy and cruelty of a society that condones slavery. Huck's moral struggle to choose between following the law or doing what is right reflects the tensions that existed between the individual and the collective during a time of social upheaval and change. Clemens was married to Olivia Langdon, and they had 4 children together. He was a devoted husband and a father, and his family was a significant source of inspiration for his writing. Clemens was a prominent social and political commentator of his time. He was a strong advocate for social justice and fought against racism and inequality. His writing often reflected his views on these issues, and he was not afraid to speak out against injustice. Clemens' later years were marked by personal tragedy, including the death of his wife and 2 of his children. Despite these challenges, he continued to write and remained a beloved figure in American literature until his death in 1910. While Samuel Clemens is widely celebrated for his literary achievements, it's important to acknowledge that his portrayal of Black characters in his works, particularly in The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, have been a subject of controversy and criticism. Clemens' use of racial slurs and the depiction of Black characters as stereotypes have been viewed as insensitive and offensive by many readers. The book has been banned in some schools and libraries, and some have called for it to be removed from the curriculum altogether. However, Others argue that the book's portrayal of racism and slavery is a reflection of the social and political climate of the time in which it was written. They believe that the book's critique of racism is actually a powerful condemnation of the social norms of that era. It's important to remember that while Clemens' works may contain problematic elements, they are still valuable and significant pieces of American literature. We can appreciate and learn from them while also recognizing their limitations and addressing the issues they raise. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the life and works of Samuel Clemens. We hope you enjoyed learning more about this remarkable figure in American literature. If you have enjoyed our content today, please like and subscribe to our channel.